to the Headcase Express podcast. I'm Tigerhawk, host one.
Hi, I'm Warwell, host number 2.
Um, Also known as the voice actor for Thomas and co-writer in Tedious Tales of Sodor.
Hello. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now it says I've joined the thing. Yeah. Happy to be here.
We're really lucky to have you. Thank you for agreeing to come on.
Yeah, no problem.
So, many of you, as a matter of fact, the large majority of you have probably watched or heard, or at least heard of Tedious Tales of Sodor, which is the parody series currently taking the Thomas fandom by storm. There are 8 episodes out plus a Christmas special, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. If you go through the compilation, it puts it in order, and then there's just episode 8. That's a separate video.
All of that can be viewed on the BiscuitCrew Productions channel, which we will link in the description of this video when this video eventually gets posted. And believe me, it takes a very long time for these videos to get posted. Laptop shenanigans and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, shenanigans, if that's what you want to call it.
Hopefully, I will have a more recording capable laptop soon. In any case,
Let's hope so.
Autumn, tell us a little bit about yourself. You mentioned in kind of pre-interview prep that you're not really a Thomas fan. So how do you get involved with Tedious Tales of Sodor?
Well, in 2017, I met Andrea through this group chat. It was like some My Little Pony fan group chat on Twitter or something. I was at it through someone, and she was at it through someone. Eventually, we started talking, and I think it was sometime in mid 2019. We were on a Roblox game or something, and I was driving Thomas, and a friend of ours, I think, was driving some American train. It came off the track, and I said something sarcastic. Cannot for the life of me remember what it was. And Andrea said, "Okay, when." At the time, it was Satirical Tales of Sodor. No, Satirical Tales of the Northwestern
The
Railway, actually.
NWR, yes.
Yeah. When that season would end, there was going to be more and like a movie or something. When that season ends, you are going to be casted as Thomas going forward. And at the time, I was already casted as Percy in that because they needed a Percy voice, I guess. And I was like, okay, I'll try. But in the end, Stonwer had to stop because YouTube, Kappa. It was made with toys, so we had to basically shift the series into a virtual like 3D like trains. The program is called Trains. Um, and the recasts were just the now definitive cast. It was I guess a good enough of an excuse to start then, honestly. And that's how I became Thomas.
Understandable.
Yeah. I mean, that's a heck of an origin story. Also, for those who haven't watched Satirical Tales of the NWR, it's an older series, but that is also worth a watch.
It has dated a bit. Like, it is definitely a part of ourselves that we aren't anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, believe me, I get that. Just look at the episodes we posted from like 2 years ago. My voice hadn't dropped yet.
Hmm.
So I guess that kind of covers part of this question, but where did you and Andrea get the idea for kind of a Thomas parody series?
Excuse me. I kind of came late into the game. for Stoneware, it was just one day, hey, can you voice a guard? And I was like, a guard? Okay. Uh, and it was the guard that was pushed off the bridge in Stoneware episode 2. I was like, okay, well, what does it sound like to fall off a bridge? So I set up my phone and fell off my couch. Uh, that's how that happened. But
Practical effects.
yeah, I had no idea what Satirical Tales was. Like I came into it in episode 2, and basically it was Andrea and it was Logan, her brother, uh, spearheading it, and I was just kind of along for the ride. Eventually, I would be on calls when the episodes were edited, and then I helped a little bit with writing here or there, like suggestions, like beef up the dialogue or something. Um, and then eventually, when TTOS was going to be a thing, I was kind of already in the secondhand seat or whatever. So much so that if I remember correctly, I actually came up with the name, Tedious Tales of Sodor. Because if you've seen the teaser, like the very old teaser from Stoneware to Titos, it was satirical Tales of Sodor, and it was like, well, it's not really a satire the way we're going to go about it this time. Like, there's going to be a couple different things. There's going to be some more like moments that you have to take seriously. So, what do you name it? What do you change it to? And I think I suggested, I don't fucking know, Tedious Tales of Sodor as like a half-ass joke or something. And then Andrea went, wait, hold on. We could
We've
do
got
that.
something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess 106, that character, I came up with him. Like, I think the original draft of episode 1 and 2 were put together for the original Masters. And somewhere between that, the 106 storyline just came to be. And that uh, changed the series. And another reason why the remasters happened.
Man,
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
the more I learn
I
about
love
this,
it.
the more I realize how interesting the origin of TTOS is.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just happy we didn't go with the first half-assed serious suggestion for our podcast name.
For reference, it was the 3 mentally ill engines.
Ah. Yeah.
Was that you or Hazel that coined that?
I think it was Hazel. Hazel is our friend who very occasionally stops in to be a third host, but she's busy with her own stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Life. Something we don't seem to have.
Exactly. When you're a student, you don't get a life.
Don't I know it?
Apprentice.
Same difference.
No, one earns money.
Fair enough. So, who's your favorite character to write for?
In TTOS, like script writing, it for me. I usually do like dialogue stuff, and then Andrea will touch it up. But the one that I can, I guess, do somewhat easily is Edward. I I I have an easy time writing Edward's dialogue. Um, yeah, so I guess Edward.
That's actually
Ironically, the
pretty
one that
interesting to hear.
ironically, the one I struggle with the most is 106.
I think it's really interesting to hear that, like, people, well, sorry, not people, brain, not working. I think it's interesting to hear that Edward is the easiest one to write it for you, because Edward is, in my experience and from talking with other people, usually one of the hardest characters for people to write for.
Uh,
Yeah, the experience is missing in my case.
I,
But
I, I guess like it's different here because I think really the only faithful character to the source material would be Gordon. Everyone else is like very different from how they are in the source material, so that might be it. So while you know, T-Toss Edward is easy for me to write, I maybe if you put a keyboard in front of me and say write Thomas Edward, then I will start struggling. Then again, you could say that for all the characters if it's not T-Toss. So yeah, there's that.
That's totally fair. Uh, okay, trying to get through these questions. Where do a majority of the jokes come from? Like, do you and Andrea kind of have to like think them up specifically, or do they just kind of happen?
Uh, well, I guess it depends, like on the jokes. Like, if you have like an example of memory, I could probably explain the origin of it.
I will not be labeled as a fucking war criminal.
I think she just made it up on the spot.
It's certainly one of the most memorable lines in episode 8.
Hmm. Like I know sometimes it evolves. Like when Jamie screams, "I have a gun," that evolved from like, and I'm glad we didn't go with this, but the pause was going to then come in with Thomas screaming at the top of his lungs, "I have a bomb strapped to my funnel." And then it would cut back, and it was like, I don't know. That seems very out of like. Oh well, I mean, if we get rid of oh jeez, what was the reason for it? I don't think Jamie was a part of the scene originally, but it's like, well, now that Jamie is, he can say the alarming thing that cuts back to the harbor, and Thomas is doing the 50-yard stare or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, a lot of the times it'll just be us on call while writing, and it's just I might say something as a bit or a joke or a passing remark, and Andrea will think about it and go, "Yeah, that could be funny," and adds it in, and it might get removed later, or it might not. It depends if we sell it or not. Like two of which I think it was Thomas going, "Holy fuck, sorry I asked." That was me coming up with a response after hearing what was going to happen in the scene, and then it was added in. And the same was either that car is still falling or Jamie fucking ate it.
Oh my goodness.
So it gets added in and then it gets polished, or it just it gets kept raw, and it might be funnier that way. Sometimes the jokes land, sometimes they don't. I thought the Jamie fucking ate it one would get people more than what was it? I don't know. I can't remember right now. But as the reason that there was a pause after Thomas says it is when the narrator kind of stumbles, saying like, "Well, that cop is good at one thing, and that one thing is being a stubborn prick." It was to make it a bit more wordy, just in case people were laughing, and oh, maybe we didn't really need to do that, but it's all part of the process.
Mm.
Wow. That sounds eerily similar to when Warwell and I collaborate on a project and we're just kind of bouncing jokes back and forth, and then one of us will go, "Wait, what if that was like taken seriously?"
Hmm.
Which project was that again?
Uh Well, didn't the Femboy Flyer come out of that?
No, I think that was someone else, but the American AU.
Oh, right. That was one of my first major contributions to the fandom. I mean, like everyone and their mother's done an American AU, but like I actually did research.
And I brought jokes.
Yep. Uh Autumn, sorry you have to put up with this.
No, it's fine. Like, I'm just here for the ride.
Pancakes or waffles?
Oh, probably pancakes.
Based.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I just, yeah, waffles. Oh, not waffles. Fuck's sake, pancakes.
Waffles are for fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very good reason why it is that way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when it comes down to it, I can cut a pancake with just a fork. I can't do that with a waffle.
Yeah. Uh did you and Andrea ever expect T-Toss to get as big as it is today?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I I'm not really sure. It's in terms of production value, not in our wildest dream. In terms of popularity, I don't know. Um, really, there are some. I have to say some cool parts of the series visually that we would never have been able to do if people like Mango and October never joined the team. Like,
October is Percy's VA, right?
yeah, and Mango is the break van.
Hello,
Um,
I am the Break Fan.
yeah. Um, but yeah, like that whole part where the Christmas tree came down the sheds, that was all Mango. Like, it was originally going to be ported into the game, but that wasn't going to happen. So it was keyframed in, just destroying the sheds, green screened every angle, and the final resting, like, demolished uh, frame was what was ported into the game, and that was all Mango. October did the flat truck destroying itself when the tree crushed it. It's like, again, we would not be able to do any of that in, say, 2021 if the production value was still as it was back then. I mean, Mango was able to modify the models to be able to be more expressive with, like, the eyes or something. Originally, it was a different script where you had to turn a dial to get them to turn a different way, and it's like, didn't really work. But yeah, like, the in terms of popularity, I don't really know. I think I at one point during the Christmas special, that, or it was either Percy's episode or the Christmas special, that I was like, oh shit, we this a lot of people know of this now. Um, but yeah, in terms of production value, if it weren't for people like them joining the team, and now we have other people like Carly and Kara and Logan, like, just all these people that have joined us along the way. If they didn't, I don't think the series would be going right now. I think it would have capped and just kind of put to bed in, like, 2022.
Hmm.
I think that's just like how people know about this now. Like,
You cut out there. What'd you say?
sorry. I said I definitely like can empathize with the feeling of wow, people know about this now. Also, it's just awesome to hear like how much of the cast like contribute to more things besides voice acting. Like, would you say you guys are a pretty tight knit team?
Yeah, because it's not like, I mean, Andrea says it all the time when people ask like, "Oh, hey, are you looking for voice actors?" Like, we're not. If we ever were, trust me, everyone would know. There'd be like a casting call, like an official casting call, and that would be like, well, I guess bluntly put, it would be last resort, like end of the road idea. Like, we're gonna have to branch out and get someone else. Um, Generally, we everyone that's on the team are just like a part of a friend group that gets like either part of the friend group like closely, or like it's kind of like how a family has a immediate family, and then there's distant cousins and stuff that like you see once a year. Like we have that in the friend group, and they also are a part of the team of the cast. But yeah, no, it's it was more, it was intentional on Andrea's part to make it the whole cast like basically a friend group, and try and keep it that way. But I mean, at one point we'll probably have to, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. The
Mm.
Northwestern is also something of a friend group, if I characterize it right. So why not have all the people who voice it be a friend group?
Yeah, that and bloopers are 10 times better when people are recording together and they're friends. Like
Yeah.
I think it was played on the after party stream for episode 8, because the bloopers haven't been like given visual accompaniment, but they are in the after party stream. They are played, at least. And yeah, me and Andrea recorded together for the first time for episode 8. We kind of had to. I mean, we were. Oh, oh, sorry. I think everything just glitched again. Did someone say something?
I don't
I
think so.
didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to the audience listening. Recording difficulties are a insulting thing people say about women.
Ah,
I don't know. Uh, Random question. Which TTOS character is most likely to be a gamer in your opinion, and what game would they play?
um. Well, I guess the Brakeman would play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Probably makes
But
sense.
how would they close the doors?
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, I guess on a serious note, I suppose. Oh, I don't know. I mean, James. He said he played Grand Theft Auto, so there's that.
Ah, yes. War Crimes, the video game.
Yeah.
Then again, I can't talk.
Yeah, your track record with video games is less than stellar.
Fucking excuse me. I haven't committed a single war crime in a video game.
In how long?
Never.
I,
The most I do
I
is kill
highly doubt that,
unarmed
bro.
civilians.
If you
That
play
is
Who
your
doesn't do
TF2,
crime.
that?
if you play TF2, it is War Crime Simulator, the game. Pyro's existence is a war crime.
Yep.
I don't think pyro is a war crime. He's just
Also, aren't
psychotically excited.
also doesn't Scout have like a whole bunch of homemade weapons that are definitely not legal?
Sort of. Like what I know, the big three that are war crimes in that game is that pyro, because you can't use fire in war. Um, Whenever I think either soldier or demo is using the parachute, you can't shoot a parachuting soldier. You have to wait for them to land, and you can't kill a medic. So whenever medic dies, a war crime was just committed.
Yep.
I would replace number 2 with sniper and his piss jars. Might count as biological warfare.
Yeah.
But I just main demo man and play artillery style, so fuck that.
Hmm.
Anyway, we got talking about TF2 because I came up with a dumb question. Have you ever read Thomas Abridged?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's kind of good to know. I'm going to save that question for if we ever get Andrea on here as well, because that is the one series that most reminds me of T-Toss. Like, the style of humor mixed in with more serious moments is very similar.
Oh yeah, I mean, I Andrea, I'm pretty sure like Stoneware or the predecessor to Stoneware, Thomas's Parodic Mishaps, I think it was called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like a direct parody or adaptation of the abridged thing. I've never read it personally, but like yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
Oh my god, my
pretty interesting.
theory might actually be true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh dear
That is
fucking
like
lord.
that is
I'm
validation I
just
did
going
not
to
know I
say it.
needed.
Tiger, I know
Yes.
it might seem like you have just connected some dots, but you haven't connected shit yet.
What do you
Well,
mean?
for T-Toss, it is its own thing. Like, I'm pretty sure the direct adaptation of the abridged was stopped halfway through Stoneware, but when T-Toss came to be, it was entirely its own thing. I mean, there are echoes from it. I'm sure.
Yeah. My theory was just that like Andrea had read it at some point and had taken some idea and had like taken some inspiration from it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm pretty sure she directly said that at some point.
That's amazing.
Hmm?
Orwell, what do you mean I haven't connected shit?
You know that meme about I have connected something. You haven't connected shit about
Ah,
conspiracy theorists.
it wasn't
I was
supposed to be a
referencing.
conspiracy theory. I was just
Well, it
hoping that
sure
I was
sounded
right.
like it, and I have to deal with enough of those fuckers at work, so deal with it.
Very fair. But I think our last question is probably the last one we're going to ask in this interview. Autumn, any chance? Not yet. Sorry. I am so tired.
Yeah.
Language difficult.
Any chance we could get like a tiny preview of what's coming in episode 9, like basic premise or something like that?
Um, I mean, episode 9. Technically I'm not at liberty to like give sneak peeks or whatever,
Okay.
but I mean, what
Fair
is
enough.
I mean, public knowledge, like what has been put in like the BCP server is that well, it's Toby's episode, and I main in that, but I'm not Thomas.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that is knowledge we did not actually have, so thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem.
And
Well,
that,
I secondary main. I should clarify, but yeah.
yeah, and that about wraps it up for this week. So thank you everyone for listening in. Thank you, Autumn, for joining us for this recording.
Yeah, no problem.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe and all that jazz. And until next time, this has been the Headcase Express podcast.
Bye.